What up? It's K.Honesty, and I'm about to do a review of the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8 Reunion, Part 1. So if you haven't seen Part 1 of Season 8's Reunion of the Real Housewives of Potomac, turn this video off, go watch it, and come back and watch this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Help me get to 200 subscribers, which isn't even a lot for YouTube people, but it's a lot for me. So just help me get to that 200 mark. And hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post. I'm not a public speaker. I will tend to fumble my words. You'll hear me say, so, like, 1,000 times. I may stop to regain my thoughts. I may slow my speaking down. I'm gonna definitely be looking at my notes that I take throughout the show. All that stuff. I'm really feeling under the weather, so my talking might be a little stomped up a little bit, but I'm still trying to get you guys this review for people that is waiting for it. You never know who is waiting for my reviews. I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything like that, but I do want to get it out for those who are waiting for it. Anything I say, it's my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. And comment below what you would grade this part 1 of the reunion. What you thought of this part 1 of the reunion. If I forget anything or I'm off on anything when it comes to the end, let me know in the comments. That's what you guys are here for, to let me know when I miss things, because I be high. And, yeah, I like to grade the episodes before and after my reviews. I have a lot of thoughts on this part 1 of this reunion. They're not good. So, just like I said in my disclaimer, anything I say, it's my opinion. It might be biased, but it's my opinion. That's just how I feel towards these certain people. So, it is what it is. So this is the last chance. If you have not seen part 1 of the Season 8 reunion of the Real Housewives of Potomac, turn this video off because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. Okay. Man, my nose is stopped up. I can't stand being sick. I don't even know how I got sick. It's annoying. Okay. So first let's talk about, I know if you've seen the blogs and the internet and stuff, then you all know that Candace and Robin are not coming back next season. And I'm really feeling the way about Candace not coming back. I mean, if it was her decision, then fine. But her not coming back is giving Giselle exactly what she wanted. Because we all know that's why Giselle was icing her out all season in hopes to get her off the show. But people were still friends with her, i.e. Karen, and Giselle had a problem with that. That's why I say I just have a lot of thoughts about this reunion. I'm going to go see, like I said, when I review reunions. Oh my God, here my ring light go. Look. My ring light is about to start fucking with me. Don't do that, ring light. Anyways. Look, I'm not a tech person. I just try to make my videos as visual as possible. And my reviews are as raw and real as possible. I don't have no tech experience, no internet experience. I just like to talk about shows that I watch. And for the most part, people I be around don't watch the same shows as me. So I don't be having nobody to talk to them about with. So that's what made me start doing these reviews. But anyway, I'm rambling. But I'm just letting you know that technical difficulties and things may happen during my reviews that are out of my control. But anyway, so yeah, Candace and Robin are not returning. I'm upset about Candace not returning. Excuse me. But after watching this part 1 of the reunion, I could completely understand why she's not returning. Why Candace is not returning. I mean, Robin, I don't give a fuck. Bye, peace. You shouldn't have came back last season. But they only wanted you to come back this last season to explain yourself for not telling your story the season before. I'm over Robin. Like, Robin, bye, peace. We don't need you there. I wish they get rid of Giselle ass too. But also a reason why I'm upset Candace is leaving, because now Wendy has no support. I mean, yeah, she's friends with Karen, but she don't have that support from her brown skin ally, you know? I hate to say that, but that's what it is. Wendy's going to be all alone now, and I feel like they're going to try to come for her next season. We're going to see what this shakeup going to be, especially if they bring Aneka back. And then you saw when Giselle first came in, she was like, oh, who's sitting there? And Andy was like, oh, no, this is for Karen. You thought she was getting first chair, bitch? No. So Karen gets first chair and Mia. I mean, of course, we knew Mia was going to get... She secured that first chair, child. She secured that seat. Just giving all her business out. That's one thing I do commend Mia about. She always keeps it real, but she also lies too. So it's just like, we don't know, like, it's like 50-50 with Mia. She lies so much, but then she always so transparent when it comes to herself. It's just like, I don't know, but I just wanted to bring up those two things before we got to the reunion. Okay, so the episode, like I say all the time in my reviews of reunions, I only write down the stuff that I feel like stands out. I don't write down word for word and all that stuff. I only write down what I feel like stands out. And like I said, if you feel like I was off on anything or forgot anything, let me know in the comments. And I'll bring it up in the next review. Or I'll respond back, because I ain't got that many subscribers. Somebody comment, I'm going to respond back, or I'm going to like the comment. Like, it ain't like I got so many people watching that I can't respond. Like, yeah. Anyway. So the reunion starts with Andy saying that he wants to set an intention that the ladies can find some common ground. And he says because it was difficult to watch the season because the ladies couldn't find common ground. So then Candace, she's like, "Oh, I'm willing to own what I need to own." And Giselle is just like, "Well, I'm looking forward," because everybody else was saying yes, and Giselle only went quiet, and they like Giselle. She's like, "Well, I'm looking forward to the ownership." It's just like everything she says has an intention. We know what you mean when you say that. You say you're looking forward to the ownership. That means you're looking forward to Candace's ownership and not your fucking own. That's why I said, get her the hell out of here. And I hate the way Andy coddles that bitch. I really do. So, they start this reunion off by talking about how well the women get along when they talking about sex. So Andy asked the ladies, have anyone taken Robin's advice about swallowing? And Mia raises her hand like, yeah, I have. And Andy's like, oh, with the DJ? And Mia's like, he's a radio personality. And from what I'm hearing online and stuff, this dude didn't come around until Mia got on the show. So is he kind of clout chaserist? Does he have his own money? How much do radio personalities really make? I don't know. But it's giving a little clout chaserist. I heard he's doing interviews and things like that. So, then Karen is asked Karen is asked why it took her so long in that scene when was they in the DR? I don't remember. When they asked Karen the number of people she slept with in the past 5 years. So Robin's like, oh, because Karen can't remember. And Karen's like, oh no, that would be Juan. And I was like, yes, Karen. Y'all can't take her. Y'all can't handle her. Y'all can't handle the Grand Dame. She said, no, that would be Juan. Gathered Robin's ass. I'm so here for it. I love me some Karen, man. I love me some Karen Huger. That's my girl. Like I said, every review I do of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Karen is my girl. Like, you could not make me not like that lady. I love Karen. That's my girl. So anyway, that's why I said my shit might be biased, but it is what it is. I love me some Karen. I love me some Candace. I love me some Wendy. But anyway. So, then they show Robin's package. Of course, we knew she was going to we was going to talk to her. I mean, I swear, if Mia wouldn't have pulled her stunt, if her and Gordon wouldn't have got that divorce and all that separation situation, Robin would have had that second chair probably. Robin would have had first chair with Karen. Because we all knew that Robin was going to have to explain herself more than just on the show than what she did on the show. So Robin's package is shown. And Andy asked Robin if she still stands on her beliefs that Juan didn't cheat with any of those women that he was spotted with and all that stuff. So Robin's like, well, I can't say anything for certain about what someone does. I'm like, what, girl? Now you can't say for certain? She's talking about, but from what Juan and other people have told me, I believe Juan. I'm just like, okay, girl. Okay, girl. Okay, girl. So then Andy, he asked the ladies. Is this all on my nose? God damn it. I'm sorry. I just feel like it's something in my nose. I told y'all I'm sick, but I'm just trying to get through this review. So Andy asked the ladies, do y'all believe any of this? And all the ladies was like, no, hell nah. Only me, it was like, only Robin believes it. So then Andy brings up the fact that Juan isn't at the reunion. I said this in my last review when I saw the preview. I said, did we not see Juan? So Juan is in fact not there. Robin says that he declined. And then Wendy, she makes a good point. She says to Robin, like, so he gonna leave you here to be under fire instead of being your husband and come and stand behind you and be like, I'm gonna take some of those bullets for you. And I was like, yes, Dr. Osefo. That's what I'm talking about. I was like, yes, get her ass together. Because that's crazy. She here getting scrutinized for some shit he did. And he decides that he don't want to be there. So then Andy brings up the text message situation, and Robin's like, oh, Juan just doesn't like a lot of scattered. He doesn't like his phone to be so scattered or cluttered or something, she said. And everybody just like, girl, okay. Whatever makes you feel happy. I'm tired of talking about her and Juan. If she cool with it, I don't give a fuck. Excuse me. If she's cool with it, I don't give a fuck anymore. I'm so over this Juan, and I thought we was done with Juan and Robin last season. I didn't even want Robin to come back. I was like, good riddance. And I was like, that's one less person that could have Giselle's back knowing that she wrong. Because Robin will have Giselle's back even when she wrong. So Andy asks Robin, do you have the password to Juan's phone? And Robin's like, no. And he doesn't have the password to mine. So then Candace and Karen, they call out Robin for not sharing her story last season, but demanding that they share theirs. So Andy then asked Robin, do you think if you would have brought up your situation last season, it would have helped your case? It would have helped you? I didn't even write down what Robin's answer was. It probably was some bullshit. That's probably why I didn't write it down. It probably was some bullshit. So moving on. So a question is asked to Candace, and it's apparently from the blogger that Robin gave information on Candace to, because they blurred his name out. I don't know why they doing that. Put that motherfucker on Front Street. So the question is asked to Candace why she was so upset about Robin not sharing info about her situation, but in season 3, Candace said that her and Chris have the right to share what they want to share. So Candace is like, well, I won't be answering any questions for that blogger. And then she said that Robin also gave the blogger information on Giselle. Then she pulls out this poster board. So Robin's like, I didn't give no information on Giselle. Candace shows the proof. And then Robin's like, oh yeah, me and Giselle, we talked about that, didn't we? Are you mad? Giselle's like, no. Candace must want me to be mad. I'm tired of the fucking gaslighting. They trying to make Candace feel like she crazy when she is in right of how she feels. That's why I said if she left because of peace of mind, I could totally understand after watching this reunion. Because they just played with her top the whole reunion. It was so annoying. I was so pissed when she apologized to Giselle. I was like, why? So, of course, Robin and Giselle, are you mad? We talked about this. We talk. Okay. Me being honest, I don't think Giselle knew shit about what Candace pulled out. But, of course, they're not going to show them that. They're not going to show them that she didn't know. They're going to play it off. So then Andy asked Candace, do you still believe that Ashley, Giselle, and Robin conspired together do that to Chris last season so Robin's situation wouldn't come out. And Candace was like, hell yeah, I still believe that. Because let's not forget all the stuff that happened last season. I think I said this in my last review. Let's not forget that Chris wasn't only the only one. Chris wasn't the. I told y'all I'd be fumbling my words. Chris wasn't the only one that was accused of something. Deborah also accused Happy Eddie of being too happy and smiling around her. And that's why I love the little website that I watch my Real Housewives on, because I be reading the comments and they be bringing up some good points, and I be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say that in my review. They brought up a point last season. Let's not forget when Ashley brought up that DM where Chris was like, should have came to the W, and it was because he was a fucking chef there. But Ashley tried to make it seem like it was something that it wasn't. And then they brought up the fact that Mia, I forgot all about this. That's why I love this little website that I be watching my shows on. Mia also said something last season about Chris came on to her. And then they brought up the fact that Giselle said that Chris touched Deborah's butt. I was just like, oh, yes. It was all hell for Chris last season. So what else is Candace supposed to think? So Andy then asked Candace, what do you need from Robin to move forward? And Candace gets emotional. And here goes Giselle talking about something. Oh, the tears, the fake tears or something like that. I was like, oh, this is Giselle's evil coming out. Like, she couldn't even help herself. She couldn't even help the evil from coming out at that moment. You laughing at her crying. And we all know that Candace is a crybaby. She might have the venomous words, but she's a crybaby for real. So we all know Candace is going to get emotional. I don't know why she gets so emotional when it comes to Robin. I've never seen this close-knit friendship that they supposedly had. I've never seen that. I feel like Robin was never really a friend to her. Like, if it came down to it, she would throw Candace under the bus in a heartbeat. I feel like she was only friends with Candace, only wanted Candace under her wing to take down Monique. And then once Monique was gone, Wendy was next. So, yeah, Giselle says Candace has fake tears. I was like, oh, she couldn't help her evil self. She couldn't help the evil from coming out right there. She cackling. But your ass crying in the next episode about your father. Now if Candace would have started laughing and saying fake tears then it would have been like, oh, you doing too much, Candace. It's just like, no. So Candace says that she wants Robin to acknowledge the difference. And she says that Chris was also hurt because he considered her a friend. It's just like, yeah, because those Chris accusations came out of nowhere. Because the season before, Chris was so cool with Robin and Giselle. They was coming over. He was cooking for them. Giselle kept talking about his brown penis. All that stuff. You don't think that makes him uncomfortable? Giselle? Like I said, I got lots of thoughts about this reunion. It gets me amped and annoyed. So then Andy asks Robin, well, what do you need from Candace? Robin's like, oh, I don't need anything from Candace. If she believes that I plotted on her and her husband, then we don't need to be friends. And I'm like, once again, yes. Like, Candace, stop getting emotional when it comes to Robin. Robin never really fucked with you like that. It's annoying to me. To pay that bitch dust like she do you. I just can't. I don't understand it, Candace. I just can't. I don't understand why you feel this way towards Robin. So Robin, she gives a final statement about her relationship with Juan. Who cares? I didn't even write nothing about that shit. I'm just like, okay, she's not coming back next season. We don't have to hear about this shit no more. So then they show Karen. I'm barely smoking. That's how you know I'm sick. So, so Karen's package is showing her being the bridge between the ladies, things like that. So after the package is shown, Andy asks Candace and Wendy if they think that Karen is a fence humper. And Candace and Wendy, they like, somewhat, but at the same time, Karen never changes who she is. So Andy tells Karen that they received amazing feedback for that Pave event episode. Karen thanks all the ladies for being so vulnerable and telling their stories and things like that. So, of course, in that package, they show the Pave event. They show Mia telling Ashley about the whole essay situation with Giselle. I said Giselle, goddamn it. With Jacqueline involved. So Andy asks Mia, where do you and Jacqueline stand today? And Mia says they're better than ever. They talk every day. They're closer than ever now. And I was like, I like that because they was really friends. And I feel like Mia just took it too far by saying that Jacqueline was sleeping with a married man when all Jacqueline said was that Mia needed some dick. I just feel like Mia took it too far then. So now we know why she took it too far, because she was still feeling some resentment. And I'm not victim shaming Mia at all. But if your girlfriend leaves and you in there with her boyfriend, it's just y'all two, why wouldn't you leave with your girlfriend? Or why wouldn't you just leave, period? Again, I'm not victim shaming Mia, but it was just, the story was just weird to me. So Andy's like, well, Giselle, you blamed Candace for receiving the death threats. And he's like, well, why didn't you ever confront her on the show? This bitch Giselle has the nerve to talk about some. Because I was told that someone was going to talk, that Candace would be talked to. What? Girl, what? You was told that Candace was going to be talked to by who? What, production? I was so lost by that. Like, girl, what do you mean? So Candace is like, well, we've all received death threats at one point being on this show. Even if it's not death threats, we've all received nasty threats and things of that nature on this, being on this show. She says that it's unfair of Giselle to say that her death threats are solely because of Candace. And she's right. Candace is absolutely right. Girl, you've been nasty before. You've been an asshole before the whole Candace and Chris situation. But that Chris situation is really what took it over the top. You can't get mad at Candace. The fans see you for who you are. And that's on you. And instead of you looking in the mirror and realizing, oh, maybe I do need to change my character a little bit, you want to just put the blame on Candace and say she the reason why you receiving death threats. Okay, girl. So Andy asked Candace, oh, do you be liking some of the tweets and things like that? And Candace is like, I do. And they show an example, but the example they show is not even a death threat. It was like basically, it was somebody saying that Giselle gets treated. She gets away with things that Candace wouldn't get away with being a darker skinned woman. And that's the God honest truth. So Candace liking that, ain't nothing wrong with that. That wasn't even no death threat. So I don't know what they was trying to prove in that moment. That's why I said they gaslighting the hell out of Candace on this reunion. That's why I said, low-key, I wouldn't be surprised if Candace got pushed out because they tired of her bringing up the whole situation. But it needs to be brought up. Because these are dangerous accusations that Giselle has made, and she hasn't got no repercussions for it besides death threats. But those death threats probably aren't. Those death threats probably aren't even solely what. They probably aren't even solely of what she those death threats probably coming from everything she does, not just the Chris situation. That's what I was trying to get to. So Candace is like, yes, I liked a couple tweets. She was like, just like Giselle likes to go on her podcast talking about me and my merch. And Giselle was like, well, it was one time. And Candace was like, one time too many. So Robin trying to change the subject because the heat was about to be on Giselle. Because, like, bitch, you do be talking about her in your podcast. Robin trying to change the subject. She's like, So, are the screenshots of Chris's limp dick photoshopped? Candace is like, I have no idea what you're talking about. So all the ladies start chiming in and saying that the lady that accused Chris of sending those screenshots or whatever, she already came out and said that she was lying. So it's just like, yo, those accusations didn't hold no weight. But of course, y'all would love to go on y'all podcast and talk about another woman who's accusing Chris of something that he didn't do because you did the same damn thing, Giselle. So Andy, he's trying to calm the ladies down. He tells them we're going to be breaking in 15 minutes. And I just want to see if I can get somewhere with Candace and Giselle. So Candace says, well, since the reunion has started, Giselle has shown through her words and her actions that she does not want to move forward. And Candace is like, and I'm okay with that. I'm just like, yeah, leave them where they at. So Giselle brings up the whole sneaky link comment again, talk about she apologized last season. It's just like, I was so glad that they brought up what she said this season about him making her go into a hotel, a bedroom, a hotel, whatever. I was like, I'm so glad they brought that shit up. Because I was wondering if they were going to bring it up. Because when she said that, I was like, okay, now you adding sauce to your story again. So Andy asked Giselle, like, is there anything else besides the sneaky link comment? And Giselle gets defensive. It's like, nothing else. I haven't even talked to her all season. And everybody's looking at the hypocrisy like, bitch, you don't got nothing else to apologize for. Okay. So Andy brings up a tweet that Candace put out after the paid event episode where she said, it's crazy seeing Giselle talking about sexual assault when she accused my husband of a sexual assault. So this is what Candace brings up. What Giselle said. Because I said she said that about probably like the second episode. I don't remember. But it was definitely this season when Giselle said that. So Candace, she brings up what Giselle said at the top of the season when she said Chris made her go into a bedroom, hotel, whatever with her. So at first, people was like, oh no. Then Andy wants to ask NECA talk about something. But then first he first asked Wendy, like, would that be considered sexual assault? And then I think Robin or Giselle chimes in and is like, well, NECA's the lawyer. Wendy's like, well, Andy's the host, and he asked me the question. And let's just be for real. Wendy's smarter than NECA. Like, bitch, you asked the right person, Andy. Anyway. So Karen and Andy, they bring it up and they tell Giselle that she did say that. And then the producers they show the clip. And I'm like, yes, because we're not going to sit right here and pretend that like she didn't say that shit this season. So then Giselle tries to deflect, talking about something. Well, we're not going to talk about all the things she said on me about said about me online. Da-da-da. I'm like, so you trying to deflect against what you said? Because you definitely said it. They showed the clip and everything, girl. You can't hide from the clip. So she's like, we're not going to talk about all the things Candace said about me online. Candace is like, that's consequences. Yes. Consequences, bitch. So then this is the part that pissed me off. I love you, Wendy. But why would you sit there and tell Candace that she needs to take accountability when Giselle hasn't? She's supposed to be your ally. That's supposed to be your friend. Why would you even, like... If I was Wendy, I know how educated you are and things like that, but I would just stayed out of it at that moment. If you go call out your friend and tell her she needs to take accountability. And then I'm like, Wendy, why are you doing this when they gonna come for you next season? You're gonna be by yourself. So Candace apologizes for the words that she used to describe Giselle when she said her white-looking ass. I didn't find nothing wrong with it. I don't give a fuck. I still feel like Giselle and Robin and Mia maybe are potentially colorist in ways that they don't realize. I don't care. I still stand on that. The way they did Mia in Miami, I mean not Mia. The way they did Wendy in Miami, that will never get out of that will never leave my brain. That was so triggering. It wasn't even triggering, but it was so traumatizing to watch. It was so sad. Like, damn, I just spit. It was so sad though to watch. Robin recording, Giselle saying little slick remarks, Mia feeling like she's the victim in the whole situation. They alienating Wendy the whole trip. I hated that. I hated that she had no one there on her side. I hated that for Wendy. That's why I still look at them to this day. Giselle, Robin, and Mia. I'm like, y'all love dating black men, though. So yeah, I was just so annoyed that Candace even had to do that. She takes accountability for something else that happened. Oh, she says although she is not responsible for those death threats, she says she's sorry that that Giselle's daughters have been receiving death threats. I know death threats are a serious thing, but Giselle lies. She puts sauce on things. How do we even know that she's really receiving these death threats that she claims, that her daughters are really receiving these death threats that they claim? So Andy brings up Karen and Robin's crazy relationship. He asks Robin to say 3 good things about Karen. Robin says Karen is witty. She looks good at 60 and she's a great mother. So then Andy asks Karen to say 3 nice things about Robin. And Karen's like, Robin is a good friend to Giselle. And I was like, ha! She ain't a good friend to nobody else. Exactly. I love how Karen worded that. They can't hang with Karen. They cannot hang with Karen. Like Robin just said, Karen is witty. Karen got the comebacks, honey. That was such a smart way to deliver that she's a good friend to Giselle. Because she ain't a good friend to nobody else on the show. She calls Robin intelligent. I don't know where that comes from. I mean, I don't know. I guess because she went to college. I know a lot of dumbass motherfuckers that went to college, but then she says that Robin is interestingly strategic in her woe is me cries. But she's a nice person. I was like, Karen just be having me cracking up. So then Robin asks Karen, so if your friend went online and said that you were in cahoots to plot against her husband, would you be okay with that? Karen's like, she's like, that's happened to me multiple times on this show in one way or another, and I'm still sitting with you ladies. And I was like, that's what I'm talking. Are we forgetting how much you and Giselle come for Karen in her marriage every damn season? Girl. Karen says, I done experienced this multiple times in one way or another, and I'm still sitting here. Kicking with you ladies. I was like, yes, I love me some Karen. Karen was carrying this reunion, just like she carried the whole season. I'm mad because I just watched that movie Karen about the racist neighbor Karen or whatever. But only Karen I love is Karen Huger. That's my bitch. I love me some Karen Huger. I did see that she has a DUI case right now, and I'm kind of disappointed in Karen about that. I'm not going to lie. Because drunk driving is a serious accusation. She's saying she was emotional about her mom, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's feel like I've heard that too many times. I still love Karen, but it's just like, you gotta take accountability, and you too rich to be driving drunk. Get a damn Uber or Lyft, ride share. Oh, excuse me. So then we take a break. The ladies take a break, and backstage, Mia is on FaceTime with her new dude, Ink. And he like, oh yeah, you looking good. You got the legs out. And Mia's like, yeah, everything is out. He just don't sound like that one little scene is giving me that Ink and Mia is not gonna last. I don't care what nobody say. So Mia has the nerve to be like, "Oh, Gordon's here. Say hi, Gordon." And Gordon and Ink have a rapport. I'm just like, okay, I guess things are better now. Because on the last episode, Gordon was saying that Ink was trying to break up their marriage and this, that, and the third, and he's a wild nigga and all that. I guess they've come to some type of understanding. So we come back from break, and Mia's damn, my nose is stopped. I can hear the way I'm talking. Mia's package is shown. So after Mia's package is shown, Andy asks Mia, where is she living now? And Mia's like, "Oh, I have a penthouse apartment in DC." She's like, "It's the smallest place that I've lived in, but I'm happier than ever." So then Andy asks, "Where's Gordon staying?" And Mia's like, "Oh, he has an apartment in Charlotte, but he's in the process of moving right across the street from me." And I'm like, okay, what is this reminding me of? Somebody moved across the street from their spouse. I can't remember. I was like, okay, Kanye and Kim. Okay, Carly Rae and Spice. If you know, you know. Anyway, so then Andy asked Mia, if you and Ink were high school sweethearts, why'd you break up in high school? I mean, why do most couples break up in high school? You go your separate ways. And it just be, most of the time, it'd be like a high school thing. Unless y'all end up going to the same college together and all that stuff. So Mia says that Ink moved to the ATL to pursue radio, and that she didn't want to move because she was in school and she didn't want to leave her job. So then Andy asked Mia, has she been in touch with Ink her whole time dealing with Gordon? So this is where I be saying Mia be lying like shit. Mia be lying. So she says that they've kept in touch, but it was nothing serious. She said there was only one occasion that they rekindled their flame. But we just saw in the season finale, Gordon said that she been having an affair with this dude since they got married. Since they got married. So I'm like, who is lying here? And I'm not saying you can't get pregnant by one time, but if you only had that one fling with him, how is he thinking that's his baby? I'm not saying you can't get pregnant off the one time, but the math ain't mathing. And if you ask me, that baby, if they talk about the little boy that I think they're talking about, that little boy look like Gordon to me. So Wendy, she chimes in, she says, "Oh, Gordon told us that Ink came to your house trying to get Jeremiah because he thinks that's his son." So then Andy asks Mia, does Ink think that Jeremiah is his son? And Mia's like, yes. And all the ladies are like, they're like, still? I'm like, Gordon, you need to get that DNA test your damn self. But it's just like, at this point, it shouldn't even, I feel like it don't even matter now. Gordon has been a father to this child for what, 11? How old is the little boy? 8? He's been a father to this child for 8 years. And, which is also crazy because you're saying that this dude has been around you for 8 years. Or 11 years, whatever. And he already has questions about this being his son, but he never acted on them. He just been smashing you and leaving his possible son with Gordon. I'm like, now that you on TV, he all of a sudden want to say that this is his child. All of a sudden, I just don't like it. I feel like now, keep it where it's at. Because Gordon already raised his son. He think this little boy think Gordon is his father. It would just be so confusing for the little boy. Because why you smashing my mom this whole time, but you think I'm your son and you haven't reached out or tried to get a DNA test or anything? And I get it. Mia said that Gordon told her that even if it's not his son, he will love her like his own. But it's like at this point, now, if he coming to the house trying to get the child, at this point, y'all gotta do that DNA test. I'm just like, Mia has secured her spot for next season. And like I said, the dude Ink is coming off super clout chaserish. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see him on next season with Mia. They probably be having relationship problems next season. Even Jacqueline said something last season about Mia. She alluded to Mia being with somebody else. I can't remember what she said in verbatim. But Jacqueline alluded to something like that last season. And that didn't even piss Mia off. What pissed Mia off was the fact that she said she needs some dick. I'm just like, okay. But that's how the reunion ends. Part 1 of the reunion, they asked Mia, does Ink still think Jeremiah is his? And Mia's like, yes. And everybody's gobstopped. I'm just like, Gordon, get that damn DNA test. Like I said, I don't even think I said my grade at the beginning of this review. B-. The reunion is being better than the damn show. To me. The reunion is giving more than the season was. I'm going to give it a B-. I think it was good. We see next week that the husbands are going to come out and they making it look like Gordon about to drop this bomb. I don't think it's going to be anything. I think he's going to drop a bomb. I think he's going to tell them that Mia's been sleeping with dude the whole time. After she just sat out there and lied to them and told them it was only one occasion. Of course, Juan isn't there to answer for anything he did. And then we got Robin confronting Chris about the screenshots that have found out to be false. It's just like, why are you even bringing it up now? Because you don't want nobody asking you why Juan ain't there. Why your man ain't behind you, you nut ass? I'm just so over Robin. I'm glad she gone. I'm still upset that Candace left. But the way they gaslighted her this reunion, I can understand why she might have left. Plus her career is taking off. She touring with Tamar Braxton. All that type of stuff. But she has toured with Tamar Braxton. I think that tour is over. But like her music career is flourishing. And she got that generational wealth where she can leave the show. Unlike fucking Giselle and Robin and Mia who need this motherfucking check. And Ashley. But it's like, girl, Ashley, if you come back next season, what's your storyline gonna be about? Because you already told us that that Michael said he'll sue you if you put him on the show or something like that. So you ain't gonna be able to say or do too much when it comes to Michael next season. So what's your storyline gonna be? Besides your big forehead ass stirring some shit up. Those are my little thoughts, what have yous. I don't know. We're going to see what's going to happen in this part 2 reunion. I just hate the whole gaslighting of Giselle and the gaslighting of... I hate how they gaslighted Candace. It was so annoying. To make her feel like she isn't in right of feeling the way she feels. And like I said, I don't care. I'm biased. I don't like Giselle. I don't like Robin. I don't like Mia that much. I like Mia a little bit, but I can never look at her the same after that whole Miami trip. Giselle and Robin, I couldn't stand Giselle and Robin anyway, but that Miami trip put the icing on the cake for me. Or maybe it was when Giselle came in there, when Karen and Ray was going through their taxes thing, and Giselle had that shirt on that said Free Uncle Ben or whatever. That's probably when I was done with Giselle. And I was so mad when Robin was like, because Candace was like, Robin, you demanded that we share our stories this season, but you didn't. I mean, last season, but you didn't share yours. And Candace's example was when Robin called out Karen about being with a blue-eyed man walking around somewhere or whatever. But I wish she would have said, I think it was at last year's reunion, before her stuff came out. She said, or maybe she said it on the show last season, but at one point last season, Robin said out her mouth, can we agree that if we're on a reality show, we need to share our story or something? She said like that. Because I remember watching that scene and being like, girl, after all this, I was like, after what you did. But that was before her shit came out. So when she said that, it was before her shit came out. So she felt like she was plausible in what she said. But I was looking at Robin like, oh my God, this bitch got the nerve. I wish Candace would have brought that incident up instead of the incident with Karen. Because all Robin said was, oh, well, that was because that was because Karen said that she saw Juan walking with a woman in Georgetown. Anyway, the shit got to stop. Like, I'm assuming they're going to do a cash shakeup. And you know, Giselle going to be recruiting. I do like the fact that Giselle going to be by herself this season. She ain't got no backup with Robin, so she going to have to try to recruit a bestie. I'm pretty sure Robin probably going to make appearances with her nut ass. I'm just over it. But I'm wondering what's going to happen next season. But for now, we just going to wait to see what this part 2 of the reunion is giving. I feel like this could have been only 2 parts because we talked about something that happened last season. Giselle's not going to take accountability for nothing. So why are we even bringing it back up? They just going to keep gaslighting Candace, making it seem like she's wrong for the way she feels. That's what it's going to be. Thanks for watching this review. Comment below what you would grade this episode, what you thought of this episode. If I forgot anything or was off on anything, let me know in the comments. And, yeah, like this video. Subscribe to my channel. I don't only review RHOP. I review other shows as well. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss out when I post. I will see y'all in the next review, and hopefully I'm feeling a lot better. Peace out.